Hi everybody! Welcome back to Kimberbell's Fill in the Blank series. This month we are featuring this really cool pillow right here. It has a couple different kinds of embroidery on it. It has a quilted base to it, and it's a really fun project to do, and it'll look great in anybody's house. So let's get started, and I'm going to show you how to mark your pillow to have it embroidered properly and lined up the way it needs to be. In the past, you've noticed that the directions that they give are pretty clear. However, this one, I wanted to make sure I could show you myself. So let's get started and take a look at marking our pillow. There are two sizes of embroidery files that this project comes with this month. The sample, which is the 6x10, and then our project that we're working on right now is the 5x7. I've decided to do both sizes so that you know exactly how they're going to look. So when you get your pillow, you're going to open it up and it's already unsewn. However, the zipper is intact and ready to go. So the first thing you're going to do is measure in 3.5 inches from each side. Then it asks you to flip it over and just fold it up to where the zipper is and mark a horizontal line. So when you're back on the other side, you'll see it kind of looks like a goalpost. I have two vertical lines and one horizontal line. One side of the design is going to be lined up on the left-hand side, and the other design is going to be lined up on the right-hand side. And they're upside down from each other. So you kind of get a different perspective and angle on each design. So I've already stitched out side B just for time's sake, and now we're going to stitch out side A. So once you have your lines marked, go ahead and fold your pillow form right on those lines, just like we've done in the past. And there is a crosshairs design that I've already stitched out. You're going to go ahead and line up those 2 points we've measured right here on your embroidery frame, and you're ready to go. Let's go to the machine and stitch it out. Okay, we'll be using 4 different types of fabrics here for our flowers on our pillow. We're going to be using the embroidery leather vinyl that we've been using in the past, a red, a white, and a blue. In the instructions, it says to interface those. So what I've done is I've just added a little bit of iron-on interfacing on all of those pieces. The reason is because it will be embroidered on top of. So as you can see in our example, it's being embroidered on top of the red, the blue, and the outline of the white. The reason why you want that extra stability is because of the extra embroidering on top of it. Also, a little tip, when you're embroidering with white fabric in an applique, it's always a good idea to interface it because it'll take care of any hiding problems that you may encounter. So for example, this white covers this blue flower. Without the interfacing on the back, most likely that blue will shadow and show through that white. With that interfacing on it, it'll prevent that from happening. Okay, first color is green for the leaves. Next color up is going to be for the buds. All right, I'm going to trim away some of these jump stitches and we'll get started in with the next color right after that. I'm going to go ahead and leave this white thread in because I know that the next color change is going to be an outline stitch for the leaves that are going to be coming on up in the top area of the design. Remember before we had talked about those duckbill scissors. If you haven't gotten them before, now's the time to get them. Next up, the tack down stitch. I'm going to carefully take this out of the machine, and I'm going to carefully and as closely as possible trim around the outside stitching edge. Unlike in some of the past months, the applique was a raw edge applique and the edges were not finished. In this particular project, the edges will be finished. It'll be finished with a decorative stitch, but you still want to trim as close to that line as possible. Okay, so now you can see all of your embroidery is done. So take your time, take it out of the hoop, trim all of your jump stitches because there's quite a few, and then we'll see you over at the sewing machine when we go to put it together. Okay, now we have both of our embroideries done, and you're going to go and turn it inside out and pin all the way around because you're going to sew 1/2 of an inch in on all 3 sides. 2 things to remember. 1, do not go over the zipper. Stop before you get there. Second of all, make sure your zipper is open. If it's not, you won't be able to turn your pillow right side out. right, so here we have our finished pillow turned right side out. All you have to do now is go ahead and add your little flower centers, which are little yellow buttons that are included in your kit. Then you go ahead and stuff it either using a pillow form or loose fill, whichever you prefer. And you can see the size difference. These are the 5x7s and this is the 6x10. You can do a combination of either if you choose. Join us next month for our project will feature something special for your four-legged friend. We appreciate you. Thanks.